even if you have no skills at all, it's easy to pick up. It's easy to learn. You don't even necessarily need to have good design skills to get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, my goal is at the end of this video is to show you guys the basics of how to become a video editor. Now, if you guys didn't know, this is part of a 5-day series that I'm doing where I'm teaching people the basics of different types of online jobs that you can get started even if you have no skills at all and no experience. You guys can check out the rest of the playlist right here where I've already talked about how to become a virtual assistant, how to become a writer, how to become a graphic artist, how to become a transcriber, and now today, like I mentioned, this is the final day where we're talking about how to become a video editor. Now, if this is your guys' first time on my channel, my name is Lacaba. I am the virtual ate. I've been working from home since I was 15 years old and now run an outsourcing agency here in C.R.E.Ate. And on this channel, I talk about how to work from home. So if this is something that you're interested in, of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday. So I actually started with video editing myself when I was 14 years old. I was really young. YouTube just came out. And we had a really good laptop at home and I was playing around with it, and we had the Windows Movie Maker, and that's what I literally got started with. I started creating like high school videos. I started creating short story videos where I literally turn a short story that I wrote and then I add music into it. I removed it from this YouTube channel because it was too much, but basically that's where I got started with the whole just being a video editor. And for a lot of you, for a lot of teens and students who are watching this video, you can get started that way too. Like I said, for me, I started with like a few family videos that I was just editing and I would just put on YouTube so my dad, who was working overseas, could see them. That's where I got started, and you can do that as well. But my first paid gig, my first actual paid gig as a video editor was around 16, 17, and I was paid to just do video editing for an event where I was just doing a one-day, same-day edit of a video that I took that day. I took videos that day and then edited at night to show as a presentation. That's what I did. So even if like at that time I had no actual experience video editing other than, again, my own works, you can get started there. And today I'm going to talk about the basics of how to get to the point where you're going to get paid as a video editor. This is something that now you can do working from home. So the first thing that you might be wondering is, what is a video editor? So a video editor is someone who takes a couple of raw clips from a client or a boss or whoever you're working with and making that into a story or making that into something that makes sense. So for example, let's say you're going to be editing a very straightforward video like this where I'm just talking to the camera. This is called a talking head video where I'm literally talking as a head to you guys. I've had pauses that you guys probably wouldn't see because my awesome video editor is already taking them out. I've had mistakes, I have blunders, I have weird things that I do with my face when I mess up. So that's already taken out. So that's a straightforward one. There's some where you actually make like full movies where you actually take different scenes that were shot in different days and you're putting them together so that it makes sense. So one of the basics of becoming a video editor is, of course, you have some sort of software that you're currently using to edit all of that. Now I'm going to mention a couple of tools for you guys. One is Filmora. That's what I'm using right now because it's just really straightforward, really basic. I don't really need a lot of effects on my own videos, so that's why I stick with Filmora. But of course, there's tools like Final Cut Pro, there's tools like iMovie, there's a lot of different ones that you can get started with. But for me, like I mentioned, I really started with Filmora, and then when I was 14, I was even starting with Windows Movie Maker, which doesn't exist now. But basically, you're using one of these tools to cut videos together, to remove things, to add things, to make things prettier, to add background music. And as a video editor, you're just making sure that all of that makes sense when people actually view it. Even if they have no idea at all what the video is about, you're making sure that they do know while watching the whole video. Just adding a little bit of what you can do as a video editor later on is then you can start creating storyboards. You can start creating storylines for clients if they have no idea where to start. This is something that you can involve in later on, but to start with, you're just editing someone's raw videos. Again, taking out the pauses, taking out maybe some of the ums, and adding like background music, adding pop-outs of logos while you're talking, stuff like that. That is the basics of what you'll be doing as a video editor. Next then is, why do you actually want to become a video editor? Now, the reason why is, again, even if you have no skills at all, it's easy to pick up. It's easy to learn. You don't even necessarily need to have good design skills to get started. A lot of the time when you're just video editing, raw video, and then you're just taking out the pauses, taking out the awkward parts, and making sure that it all comes together. That is something that you can practice even right now. You can take videos videos. Just go outside and take a few shots or inside of your house, put them together, add really good music, and that's a sample of what you can do as a video editor. It's really easy to get started, and also the biggest reason why you want to become a video editor, it's been happening for a few years now. Video industry has been growing, especially with different sites like Twitch. A lot of gamers are just literally putting themselves up, going live, and then turning those videos into YouTube. These are people that you can serve. These are the reasons why you can be a video editor really quickly, because it's in demand. There's more YouTubers every day. There's more people on Facebook creating videos. So video is always in demand, and there's always going to be people who will want to hire and work with you as a video editor, even if you don't have a lot of experience. So then it goes into who will actually want to hire a video editor. So I've already mentioned a couple. So some of them are going to be Twitch streamers, people who stream a lot on Twitch and then turn that content, for Facebook, for YouTube, wherever else that they will be posting. Your target audience are going to be people who create digital courses. For me, one of the paid gigs that I got before was I actually got to edit a whole course that was created into a digital product that was sold to a lot of other people. So that's where you can get started as well. Other people that you can talk to is basically anyone who's starting up, putting up their brand out there, and they want to go into video. You could also target events. Like right now, there's more and more digital events that you can target, because then they want to turn whatever this recorded part of the speakers, they want to turn that into a content that they can now put on their other platforms. So these are different people who are always going to be looking for video editors because they have a lot of video content. That's basically who you can target. Find people who have video content who will want it edited, of course, later on. Another type of person that you can target as a video editor are speakers, basically people who are doing a lot of digital events themselves and want, of course, clips of what they speak. Another person that you can target are podcasters. When they do a podcast, it's not just audio, it's actually video. So these are the people, again, anyone who creates some sort of video content, you can target, you can work with them. So then we goes into how do you actually work with them? How do you find jobs so you can get started as a video editor? So first thing, and I always mention this, is start with a goal. What does a video editing career look like to you a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Does that make sense? And what does that look like? Are you working just 8 hours a week for 2 clients, or are you working like 40 hours a week for 5 clients, but you're making a lot of money? So again, it goes back to what are your goals? What do you actually want in life? So you know how to backtrack and then plan from there. And then the second thing that you want to do is to pick out your skills and your niche. So what I mean with skills is what kind of video editor do you want to be? Do you actually just want to be a video editor who just takes raw videos? Again, you can work with courses, podcasters, YouTubers with this. Those who do just simple videos who don't really need a lot of effects. So that's the kind of skill that you first want to focus on. What kind of video editor do you want to be? Do you want to become someone who jumps into effects, special video effects or something like that? So you have to decide what that is. And the next thing is you have to decide what your niche is going to be. Now, I actually already did a video on how to pick your skills and niche that you guys can check out right here. But basically, as a video editor, you want to pick out who you want to work with, so then you can start becoming an expert for that niche. Because of course, if you're going to say, I'm just a video editor who just edits for just YouTubers, that's not a niche enough. If you say, I am a video editor who edits a lot of talking head videos for YouTubers who want to share their story to the world, or I'm a video editor who edits travel vlogs. So it's very more specific, and of course, people are easier to trust you because you know what you're talking about. You know your niche. You know the people that you usually work for. So it's easier for them to know, like, oh, this person is the person I want to work with because they have an experience on stuff that I haven't experienced yet. I'm a new travel vlogger. I just need someone to take my clips and then make them pretty. So that's why it's super important that you pick up your niche right away. The next thing is, of course, you want to work on marketing yourself. Now, what does that mean? It's making sure other people know that you are a video editor. So it goes with your branding, posting your videos, whatever videos that you've edited yourself, onto Facebook, Instagram, your own YouTube channel. So it's up to you where you want to pick your platform of where you want to market yourself. But you want to make sure that there's a place where you upload, regularly, that where people know that this is something that you do. So for example, I have a lot of friends who are starting out becoming video editors. So they're posting a lot of their own videos on Facebook, and they've gotten jobs from that because it's showing potential employers, people that you are going to work with in the future, that this is something that you can do. Because the next thing after that, once you start marketing yourself, the next natural thing is you're building your portfolio. Now, when you pick out your platform, that's why it's important that you pick out a video platform. You basically are now creating your portfolio every time you upload. So a portfolio is basically one place that you're putting all of the sample work that you've done before so you can show potential employers. So for example, let's say you already have all of your videos, you've edited videos, tweaked around or played around on YouTube, and when you're applying for jobs, you're going to say, hey, check out my YouTube channel right here where I post posted all of my own video edits, then they will of course like, hey, this person knows how to put things up on YouTube, or they can check out what you did. If it's closer to what they want, then of course they will want to hire you. So just keep that in mind, that as you keep editing, as you keep practicing, as you keep putting more and more videos on the platform that you chose, it's going to be easier for you to get clients to believe that you can do what you can do, versus people who don't have a portfolio at all or doesn't keep any of their sample work. The next thing, of course, is how do you actually price yourself? So this is a question that I get a lot, especially as a video editor. You can choose just like how you would choose if you're a transcriber, a graphic artist, writer, virtual assistant, how to get started on your pricing based on your goals. So that's why I mentioned earlier, what kind of lifestyle do you actually want to have as a video editor? So for example, let's say you want to be traveling every 6 months to a good country, stay there for a month, and then that's the kind of lifestyle that you want. So of course you backtrack and see, okay, based on that, what kind of pricing model do I want to go with? So you can do with hourly. That's one that people usually get started with as a video editor, is you get paid hourly to edit a video, but then later on, as you get better and better, as you get faster and faster with creating videos, that doesn't make sense. So then you can switch to package. I know a lot of video editors who start off with that way, but they just package up one edited YouTube video is going to be $100 or 5,000 pesos. So it really depends on where your skill is at, what your goals are, where you want to go. And then also, if you're just willing to kind of work for just minimal fee, maybe 2,000 pesos per edited video, if you want to get started with that just so you can get the experience, you can also start there. Again, it goes back to what your goals are when you're getting started. That's why it's really important that you set those goals, so it's easier for you to price yourself later on. And of course, I always recommend this: upgrade your skills as much as possible. Now, there's a lot of free video editing courses that you guys can dive into on YouTube, on different platforms. Filmora itself has a video editing school that you guys could go into, but basically you can start with those. And then of course later on, once you get yourself settled and get yourself started, you can start paying for other video editing courses. But to get yourself started, I really recommend that you study what a lot of people have done, because you don't have to start from scratch. A lot of people have figured this out before, so you can just study and look at them. Then of course the next step is to apply for jobs. There's a lot of different people that you can target as a video editor as more and more people go into video editing. But to start with, you can literally just go to YouTube. You can look at your favorite YouTubers. I'm just making this up, so this is not the sure thing. If they have at least 5,000 subscribers up, they probably are now starting growing their channel, especially if they're consistent. They're probably starting to grow their channel, starting to get more money into their AdSense account. So these are the people they can say, hey, do you need a video editor? Because literally what you're doing for them is you're saving them time. For me, it used to take me about 6 to 8 hours a week to edit my own videos. But since I have my awesome video editor, she is now taking that over, so I can focus on content, on marketing, on upgrading this channel. So this makes sense for you guys to subscribe and stay subscribed. So that's the thing for me as a YouTuber. Makes sense to just focus on that instead of focusing all my time on video editing. That's the time that you're saving for them. So when you're looking for these YouTubers, like I said, that's what I recommend, is people who just hit maybe 4,000, 5,000 subscribers, or even 10K, just to be a little bit safe that they're already making money, and offer your services as a video editor. Because again, you're saving them time. You're giving them back their time so they can focus on other stuff, on growing their YouTube channel. And that can even be something that you are saying in your application letter of, I want to save you time so you can focus on your YouTube channel. That's something you can actually say, and of course that will catch a lot of people's eye. Another place where you can start looking for a job as a video editor is go to different Facebook groups of people who create a lot of content. So naturally, a lot of YouTube groups, a lot of digital courses groups. You can add yourself on those. I mean, Facebook groups, by the way, but basically add yourself on those and then see who are growing and who is looking for a video editor. Because chances are they're going to ask for recommendations. They're going to ask like, hey, do you guys work with a video editor? Who can I work with? So these are the kind of people that you can target. Another place where you can apply for jobs is, of course, I've already mentioned this a couple of times, online jobs at PH. You can go to Fiverr, which is more of a beginner, but you can ramp yourself up. Another place would be your own network. Never discount your own network. It could be as easy as you posting on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter that, hey, I am now a video editor. I'm looking for a job. Do you guys know anyone? So for example, for me, I get a lot of my own friends who ask me like, hey, do you know a video editor who could work with me, because I'm now going into video. That happens at least once or twice a week. So there's always going to be people who are already looking for your skills. So never discount your own network as well when you're applying for jobs. Now, of course, I highly recommend that before you start applying for jobs, you guys upgrade your resume. Already made a video of that. You guys can check out right here. And of course, make sure that you clean up your portfolio. And I also already made a video on how to create your digital portfolio that you guys can check out right here. And also, when you're applying for video editing jobs, just make sure that you have good enough internet, because you're going to be downloading and uploading videos a lot. So you need to have good enough internet to make that exchange with your potential employer. Now, if everything that I just said makes sense for you guys, make sure to hit that like button right there so I know that this helped, and also to help other people see this video, because that does help. Whenever you like someone else's YouTube videos, give YouTube the idea that this is a good video and other people should see it. That's why you should hit that like button right there. And of course, if you guys have any questions at all about becoming a video editor, make sure to leave a comment below, because I do try to reply to every single comment that I still get. So make sure to let me know if you have anything that it wasn't really clear during this video. Just let me know. And also, if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos on how to work from home. And you guys can check out these other two videos right here on the basics of how to get a job from home. I look forward to speaking with you guys in the comments, and I hope you have an awesome day. And remember that small steps matters. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!